Hello and welcome to another little video for our behaviour programme here at Well Connected Canine. I'm Morag.
I'm Claire.
We are partners in crime. Well, no, we're not actually. I wish we were. So we're the clinical behaviour team here at Well Connected Canine. And if you're watching this video, it means you have probably already filled out an application form. You've given us quite a lot of information about your dog, and we're asking you to book an initial phone consult with us. And we thought it might be helpful if we explain to you why that's a good idea, and more importantly, what you and your dog are going to get out of it. Because we know why we do it and why it makes our job easier to help you, but it might not always be obvious to you. So the top 4 things that we think you get out of booking a phone consult with us. Number 1 is you get to speak to one of us, so part of the behaviour team, really quickly. Because otherwise you could be waiting several weeks to see us, and often you need help a little bit sooner
rather than later. And you're speaking to someone who understands. This is our job, this is what we do on a daily basis, and we live with dogs and have lived with dogs with behaviour problems as well. So we really understand how difficult you're finding things. So we're there to speak to you straight away. Yeah.
And rather than speaking to the random person down the road who maybe hasn't actually lived with this problem or doesn't have the experience, you can speak to an expert as quickly as we can fit you in. The second big thing that we think you'll get out of it, well, we know you'll get out of it, is you get an immediate action plan. So at the end of the call, you will be finishing up with at least 2 or 3 things that we want you to start doing right away. They will be safe, so there's no chance of them backfiring and going wrong. So even though we haven't seen you and your dog, we can still give you a certain amount of safe advice. And that's something you can start doing the next walk that you go out on, or the next moment that you turn around and see your dog, I don't know, stealing something and running into the corner with it.
Or if you know someone's visiting and that's a problem for your dog, we can help you with just some solutions to keep everybody safe in the meantime. That's just until we can work with you face to face.
And the thing about that immediate action plan is it's probably only about 10% of clients, I would say, but for 10% of you guys who book that phone consult, who get your action plan from us, you actually don't need anything else, because sometimes it's that straightforward. I mean, I wish it was that straightforward very often, but sometimes it genuinely is. And the thing is, we've gotten the information from you from the application form, so we can be sure that there's nothing else kind of feeding into it. We go, oh, well, this is what you need to do. We follow you up in a week or 2 and you go, to be honest, I'm really good. Do you know what? Win. We are delighted, because it's also just saved you a huge amount of money, because what would have been the point in paying for someone to come out to your house when actually you didn't need it? So sometimes it can be a really quick fix. Like I say, not always, but sometimes. Often when people ask us for help or they approach us, they're really struggling to understand why their dog is doing this.
Why is my dog barking? Why is my dog doing this? Why is my dog doing that? It can feel quite frustrating, can't it?
Yeah, well, you think you know your dog, right? You've loved them for however long, and maybe they were fine as a puppy.
And you've tried a few other things.
And now suddenly, they've just attacked your wife, or they're sitting in the corner growling over something, and you're like, but they didn't used to do this. So one of the things that we can do in this initial chat is we can help you to start understanding your dog a little bit better, who they are as an individual. And even though we haven't met your dog, often what we'll ask is we might get you to send us videos. Okay, so that means we can see what's happening. We don't have to physically be there to be able to give you the beginning of that understanding. So that can be quite reassuring, people tell us. And then the 4th and probably most important reason for booking that phone consult is you need to make sure that you're a good fit for us as well, because we don't work with everybody that applies for our behaviour programs, and you will get allocated to whichever of us has the right specialty, the right set of experience. But we need to make sure that that's going to be a good working relationship too. So the phone or the Skype session is a good way to find out if actually we're compatible, if you're happy with the methods that we want to use.
We'll go through all that. We will tell you how we work, and if that's not something that you think you can work with, then we're fine with you saying it's not a right fit for us. It has to work for everybody.
But at the very least, you get that immediate action plan. You can go away and put it into practice. So we do ask you to fill out an application form first beforehand. And basically, that is another way of saving you time and money, because a lot of it is just standard questions and information that we need. There is no point us sitting and asking you what age you got your puppy or what age you adopted your dog. How much experience did they have with people in the outside world? How much do you feed them and when? What's their exercise routine? We want to know it all.
Yeah, it's important stuff for us to know, but it saves you time during the initial call, because we've already got that, we've read it through, we've taken the important bits out, and we know any questions that we might want to ask you about what you filled out. So although it's a pain to fill in, it's a really useful bit of information for us to have.
And then when we read through that application form in our phone consult part with you, we can concentrate on just the behavior that's really worrying you or the thing that you're not understanding in your dog. We're not wasting time doing the other stuff. And again, it helps us know which one of us is going to be the best fit for you, because we each have our own specialities. So what does the phone consult actually involve? Basically, you use the link that we're going to send you. You pick a time that works for your diary and schedule. As I said, with phone consults, we can be a lot more available. We can be flexible. So if the slots really don't work, let us know. We'll see what we can do. You'll have around 20-25 minutes with us on Skype or on the phone, whichever you prefer. We're going to talk through the issues. And you should finish up that phone consult feeling like you understand what's happening a little bit better. You know what you need to do right now. And you know what you could do if you want to work with us in the future. There is absolutely no commitment to do that. So if you want to just take that information and go away and think about it, that's absolutely fine. If you want to go ahead and sign up for the package, obviously we're delighted, because we've probably gotten to know you over the phone consult and we want to help you and your dog. But there's no commitment to that. You're not saying you're going to sign your life away. So that's why we think it's really helpful to have an initial phone consult with you, because we want to help you realize you're not doing this on your own. We do. Oh my God, do we know what it's like to be there? And we also know that those little changes can actually make a huge difference. So rather than waiting and doing everything in a big oneer and like a 3-hour face-to-face, we can get you started tomorrow. And that's way more effective for you and your dog. So we look forward to speaking to you by Skype or on the phone.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. And we will help your dog.